Hey everyone, my goodness, I know it's been a long time. I really appreciate you being here and taking a moment to check out this message. I hope it does serve you well. So, if you are tuning in, you obviously are for a reason, okay? There is something here that you need to listen to, something that's going to be of benefit. And so, we're going to take a look and see. I do have a couple of new decks that I'm using today. I have quite a few new decks since I last did a reading here, so you'll probably see them appear here and there. So, without further ado, let's just get started. So, what is the message for our beautiful viewer? What is it that they need to know? Gorgeous. What an amazing card to begin with. The Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching, inner quest. Yeah, that's the thing. When we are on somewhat of a mission to discover something about ourselves, the universe, our world, others, right? It's easy to get caught up on external factors, external aspects, right? Because we feel that something we're needing to get insight on can be found externally, can be found out there, when often the answer lies within. And so this is a call to come back home, okay? This has been a theme that's come up a lot. For those who've watched me over on TikTok Live, you'll know that we've discussed this, right? This calling back home, okay, has been a big theme this year. Coming back to self, coming back home to oneself, okay? The answers that you seek lie within, not without, okay? You got to remember that the external is often an expression and a reflection of the internal, okay? Whether it's the parts of self that we are at peace with, the parts of self that we are still discordant with, okay, that we are not in agreement with, or we're not wanting to acknowledge, that we're not wanting to accept, that we're not wanting to explore. And so the answer always lies within, okay? Yes, it is good to seek information, it is good to have experiences, it's good to connect with others, okay? But you got to remember, ultimately, it's all a reflection of self. So if you feel like all of your searching externally has yielded very little result or hasn't really answered your question, this is why. Because the answer lies within you. Only you can answer this question. Only you have the key to whatever it is you're looking to unlock, whatever it is you're looking to access, whatever it is you feel like is missing. It lies within. It is within you. Wow, powerful. So let's continue then. Tell me more about this energy for our wonderful viewers. Look at that, Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. Okay, so this is the energy of the student and the master, okay? In order to be a true self-master, you have to be willing to embody the spirit of the student, okay? That's how you're always going to be receptive and open and have access to new insights, okay? Again, there is this energy of unfolding that's taking place in your life. It's like that ever unfolding rose from the Work Your Light deck, okay, from the same creator. And so it's about things that are happening in your life, that are taking shape in your life, for you to have a greater understanding of you, who you are, okay, your true nature, your true essence, who you are on a soul level, a spirit level, a heart level, who you are at your core, okay? When everything else is stripped away, what is left, okay? And like I said, the answer lies within you, hidden in plain sight, right? But the problem is you're looking externally when you need to look internally. You do that, you will see it for yourself. A lot of the things that you've been pondering, you have the answer. You hold the keys. You hold the knowledge. But it's about being able to be in a state of presence, stillness, right? Being willing to take a moment's pause, to retreat from the external world temporarily, so that you can hear the wisdom of your own spirit. Because you got to remember, that is the fundamental aspect of you that is part of source. So whatever answer you're seeking, therein lies the answer. And you see these expressions with these hand gestures, okay? Both reflections of the same thing, right? Connecting with the heavens. In order to do so, one has to connect with their own hearts, with their own spirit, with source, right? As within, so without. As above, so below. The answer lies within you. There is something you've been seeking. There is something that you feel like is missing, or something that you're not accessing. Something is eluding you. Something is escaping you. Something isn't coming together. There's a missing piece of the puzzle. But I'm telling you now, with this energy being here, this is source letting you know that you are the key. You are the answer. It lies within you. There is something about you that you are not seeing, okay? Something fundamental, a truth here, right? Especially with this like turquoisey color. You see the color of my nails as well, right? So it's very symbolic. The color turquoise, we have it here as well, okay? Pink turquoise. So the inner beauty, clarity, right? Clear channel, intuition. You need to be a clear channel in order to see what it is you need to see, in order to uncover these mysteries, because it lies within you, okay? You are the conduit, you are the portal, you are the treasure trove of information, okay? So whatever this hidden treasure for you is, in terms of information, insight, knowledge, wisdom, it literally lies within your own being. I can't stress that enough, okay? Look at that, see? Temple of the Rose. Ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. What did I say? The keys, the codes, the insights, the knowledge, the power. It lies within your being, your core, your heart. So it's a homecoming. It is a powerful activation that is going to change everything for you, right? But it requires you to stop seeking external clues, insights, information, right? Especially if you've been asking the same questions over and over to the same people, you're going to get the same answers, because they cannot give you the answer. Only you can answer this, because it lies within you. You are the answer. You hold the key. You hold the information. This is something specific, something personal to you. No one can give you this insight or this answer, because they're not meant to. So if you know you've had a pressing question and you keep going to numerous readers, or you've been watching a lot of YouTube readings, right? And you feel like you're still not getting an adequate answer, this is why. Because it's not their job to answer this for you. This is something you need to uncover within your own being, your own spirit. And this is why this message is coming through, to guide you back inwards, right? Because at the end of the day, my role here as a reader is just to help guide and support and bring certain insights to your awareness, right? But there are some things I can't answer because I'm not meant to answer. I'm not meant to know. It's got nothing to do with me. This is for you personally, right? So what this is going to vary from person to person, because it's something very symbolic, personal to you. But whatever it is you've been searching outside of self, it's not outside of yourself. It lies within, literally. Mother of the salt waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. See this bluey turquoisey color again? Clarity, clear channel, right? Primordial waters. And you've got to remember, you yourself are a water being, okay? A large portion of your physical makeup is water. So you are the conduit. And I'm telling you, what you're seeking lies within your own heart, within your own core, right? Whatever you feel like is missing in this world, you have it. You are a bearer of it. You are a carrier of it. It's a frequency. It's an energy, right? It's something that can be shared, transmitted, okay? It's something that can be emanated. It's something that you can emanate because it lies within you. You can literally channel this energy, this frequency, right? But you're expecting to see this externally when it needs to come from you internally, right? You are the key, my friend. Whatever change you're seeking to create in this world, whatever change you're hoping to see made manifest in this world, you are literally the conduit, right? You see how they've got the turquoise robes? And then look at this energy. You are the carrier of this frequency. You're the one carrying the codes, the keys, the energy, the knowledge, right? The mysteries, the secrets. But you need to be tapped in, dialed in. You need to be operating from your heart in order to access that information, that insight, in order to gain that clarity, okay? That knowledge that cannot be spoken, that is unlocked from within. But you are a carrier of a very specific frequency here, a very healing, cleansing frequency, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. This is it. You are a conduit for the new. You are one of those who will usher in a change here. You are helping the earth, the collective, to purge emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of the old stagnant energy, all the negative energy, all of the pain, the suffering. You're helping this sort of dam breaking, right, process. The dam needed to break so that this can be released. Again, you are the one that's helping this take place. You are one of those who are supporting this process. So if the colors pink, white, turquoise have been prominent for you recently, as you can probably guess it has for me, right? I literally have pink hair right now. Yeah, I'm telling you, you are one of the carriers of this. You are one of the carriers of this frequency. You are the healer. You are the clear channel, right? But you need to make sure that your channel is clear. Declutter, cleanse, release, purge, remove, surrender, accept, let go. Because new beginnings are taking shape right now. So you get to influence how that takes shape, right? That's why you're being urged to stop looking at what's happening externally right now and make sure you are fully aware of what's going on internally. What's going on with your emotional body? What's going on with your spirit? How is your energy feeling within your vessel? What needs, a little bit of TLC? You need to make sure you're okay first. Then you can invoke whatever changes you want to see in the world, right? Because again, you are the carrier of this healing, cleansing frequency. Mother of the salt waters. Very healing, okay? And once that dam breaks, there is no controlling, right? The flow of the river, the flow of these salt waters, the ocean, the sea. It is wild, but it's beautiful. It's its true nature. And that's it. Your heart isn't meant to be tamed. It's not meant to be caged. It's not meant to be restricted. It's meant to just be as it is, really. You are meant to express yourself authentically. You are meant to love. You are meant to experience love. Right? Your healing frequency can change more than you realize. But in order to do so, you need to stop looking to others to be what you are. Because I'm telling you, yes, you will connect, if you haven't already, with others who embody this frequency. That's why you're even here. Because you resonate with this, right? Because you are one of my carriers of this frequency, you know? A priest or priestess of the rose, right? You carry this frequency. And so, you know, the time of you carrying pain, suffering, all the sacrifice, right, you've had to endure on this journey of self-discovery and learning and unlearning and, you know, being someone who is not just a catalyst for change, but someone who is helping to shape how that changes, right? How things change. And not by the details, but just by the frequency that you're carrying. It's not about the details and trying to control every minute detail, but it's about the energy that's being infused in these changes, in these new beginnings, right? That you're helping to shape the next phase of our world, reality as we know it, as it's changing, through way of your energy, your frequency. Is your frequency that's directly impacting how it changes, because you are one of these individuals. And it's not because you are forced, but it's because it's who you are. So that's why you're being called back home, to be who you are naturally. Because by being yourself, this is what you'll do. This is what you are doing. This is what you are. So it's not that you have to sacrifice and struggle and suffer like you may have been taught in order to fulfill your duty. No. You have to come back to your heart. You have to cleanse, heal, release, embrace, right? The joy, not just accept the pain. By you being who you really are at your core, finding the love, compassion, joy, happiness within, not letting this world mold you into someone you're not. That's how you change things, by you just showing up as you really are. And that's what you're doing. This is a soul remembrance, big theme, again, come up this year. You can go on TikTok. I've got a bunch of collective readings I've clipped with regards to that, right? But look, the crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. Soul remembrance, this is you activating, waking up, remembering who you are as a divine being. That you don't have to prove yourself, right? There's nothing you need to seek out. All you have to do is remember who you are and unlearn everything that is not you, right? Coming back home, this is who you are. You already had a crown. You already had a seat. You just forgot it. You just got lost along the way. But now you're remembering. Now you're finding yourself again. So for all that you've experienced externally, all the interactions you've had, all the lessons you've learned, it was always leading you back home to self. It was always an inner journey. And people talk about that a lot in the spiritual community, right? But again, it doesn't have the same impact until you really live it, right? It's like, yeah, I know that. But no, you have to live it to really understand that this was always about coming back home within. The keys lie within, okay? The codes are within. The knowledge is within. Your connection to the divine lies within, because you are divine. There is no separation between you and Source, you and the divine. So you see that rose, ever unfolding rose being cracked open. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Everything you've experienced in your life was to help wake you up and remind you of who you were. See, look, brothers of the rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support, priests and priestesses, right, of the rose, carriers of this healing, cleansing, purifying frequency. Again, all this white, turquoise, and pink energy. So you're rediscovering your own sacredness after a long pursuit of trying to look for it externally. So for many of you, you've been looking to connect with the divine, thinking that you have to find some kind of external method to do so, or you needed to follow maybe a specific doctrine, or you had to have certain tools or anything like that. But no, all these things are just meant to assist. But ultimately, it's about finding the connection within, connecting on that level. When you're able to close your eyes, dial out the noise of the physical world, and feel. You see how their eyes are closed, hers are open, right? In order to see, you need to be able to stop looking externally, right? Remember who you are within on a core level. Remember your connection, sacred connection to the divine, to all things sacred, because you are part of it, right? You see how their eyes are closed, dialing in, connecting. Beautiful. This is amazing. Look at this, cleansing, eyes closed, releasing. Amazing. Wow. So I'll get some parting advice for you guys. Any parting advice when it comes to this message? Like, this was very significant, very simple, but very significant, okay? That the reason some of you guys are not finding the answers you seek is because you're looking externally for the answer, but the answer lies within you. It did the whole time. And this is to a specific question, a very specific question. But again, you were never meant to look outside of self for the answer for this, okay? This lied within you the whole time. Exactly. Page of Wands, okay? Page of Wands. You are the conduit, right? You are the conduit. You have the answer. You are the carrier of this frequency. Yeah. And you will feel it and you will know it the more you dial into your heart space. This reading in itself serves as an activation, a transmission to awaken this knowledge within you, okay? Exactly. Look, Queen of Swords, to awaken that knowledge within you, because it is within you. Look at that orange energy, sacral energy, okay? You are the carrier. You have the key to this knowledge, right? Scarlet codes. That is very transformative. Not only will it transform your life, but it will transform the environments around you, the people you connect with. Yeah, Two of Swords, you didn't see it. Now you are. Now you're awakening to this knowledge, right? You're awakening to the knowledge that what you were seeking was within you the whole time, okay? The reason you couldn't find it, you couldn't see it, is because you were looking externally. You thought you didn't have the information, the insight, the answer, right? That you didn't have access when you were the one carrying it, protecting it. You were like a protector of this frequency, right? It's like waiting for the right time to come online for it to be active. Wow. So it almost feels like the divine helped orchestrate it this way. Like, everyone's been on these individual journeys, and now it's the right time. It's almost like a switch has been flipped, and everyone is awakening to this knowledge, right? That they were the carriers of this frequency the whole time. And it was just about waiting for the right time to activate it to its full capacity, to its full potential. But that crowning there, Six of Pentacles, exactly, right? So this is it. You're realizing that the divine was actually pouring into you the whole time. Because when it's time, it's going to be time for you to activate. Not just within yourself, but activate the world around you, okay? Transmute energy, transform the world around you. Just by the way in which you show up and interact with it. So, wow. 10 of Wands, exactly. The end of burdens, struggle, strife, sacrifice, hardship. Yeah. Again, the scarlet codes, right? Rebirth, resurrection, release, healing, cleansing. So a lot of the burdens, especially energetically, that you've been carrying, possibly even from multiple lifetimes, you're releasing now. And you're being given direct confirmation that you can let it all go now. Hence, you taking the time to purge, cleanse, release is so important, because you are a catalyst in creating change, right? But it has to happen within first, because like I say, it has to mirror what's going on internally first. So divine feminines, divine masculines are going through this transmutation, right? This metamorphosis as well, with the rebirthing energy. Transmuting energy, releasing, cleansing, purifying, healing, recharging, recuperating, okay? Connecting with the most powerful primordial forces that lie within your being. Because you've got to remember, you are not a physical being. You transcend the physical. Before you had a form, you were pure energy, untamed. So that still lies within you, hence it being activated and triggered at this time. So these huge waves are just washing over everything to cleanse, to heal, to usher in a new beginning, to clear away what needs to be removed, so that something else can take shape, something new, something beneficial, something rooted in love, joy, balance, harmony, peace. Wow. So this is amazing. I hope this message served you guys well, because obviously there were some people that needed to hear it. Like I say, if you've been seeing these colors, especially turquoise, if you've been gravitating or seeing a lot of turquoise, white, pink, even some red here, okay, purple, it's for a reason, okay? But especially pink, turquoise, and white, okay? Yeah. Because I'm telling you, you're one of these people who are being activated, right? You're being activated. But in order for you to really come online in this way, right, for this frequency that you are a carrier of to be activated to its full capacity, right, you need to come back home to self, right? You need to retreat from the external for a period of time and dial in, and you will feel it, and you'll know that it's time. Wow, this is amazing. So I hope this helps. Thank you guys so much for entrusting me with this message. I hope it does serve you well. If you resonated with this, if you know that you are a carrier of this frequency, do hit the thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, okay? If this is something that you really felt, if this is something that you're seeing for yourself, if you know you're going through this process, I'd love to discuss it with you below. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to check it out, and I look forward to reading for you soon. Take care. Bye for now.